Oh, that sounds good. Oh,
You know what I do like?
what?
Listening to Halloween music.
Yeah, this is your season, man.
I was driving up here. I probably listened to Spooky Scary Skeletons 3 times.
Have you heard? Last Halloween I introduced my son to Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, man. He's like, dude, this is the best Halloween movie ever.
Yeah,
I'm
Danny
like,
Elfman, man. Cheers.
Yeah.
He's the sound, the music guy.
yeah, you gonna cheers me?
Cheers.
Yeah.
Prost.
Prost. Yeah, like look at me. Make fucking eye contact with me now. Yeah.
Mudwater.
Yeah, I forgot you went to German Fest. That was got like half-ass planning a trip. I was like, oh, they might want to go.
Yeah.
I had forgot that you had done that. All right. I knew that when you said, I was like, oh yeah, shit. You have already went.
We've done the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of all the things. It is really funny though, like what you typically see is like Oktoberfest and the dirndl, which is the dress, and the lederhosen, which is like the overall pant thing.
What is a dirndl? I've never heard that term before.
It's a dress. It's a traditional
It's
Bavarian.
like the German, like when you see like German boy and girl.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's the
gotcha,
girl. That's
gotcha,
the dirndl.
Gotcha.
But what's really funny is whenever you think of German tradition, like that's all you think about.
Yeah.
And there's like a whole that's only Bavaria.
Like that's a city in Germany.
That's like a
Bavaria. Show me
Bavaria
how.
is like an area.
Okay,
like it's West Germany.
Yeah, just let me show you my ignorance here.
Yeah.
Like
it's, I mean, shit, I don't know either.
Yeah.
But like there's other cultures
Yeah.
in Germany, and they have their own dress attire, and they have their own garb, they have their own music.
Yeah.
But like the polka music, the big beer tents,
Yeah.
the dirndls, the lederhosen, like that's all like Bavarian
I remember
culture.
last time I went to the big German fest in North Georgia. They I remember going to like a polka
Yeah.
dance hall. Yeah, it was fun. We're all like just dancing around, like trying to learn like the
Yeah,
the
and you
moves.
just kind of you sway in our like
Yeah.
arms, and you sway on the big benches.
And it started off kind of like weird. Maybe I just felt weird because like I've never been to I've never only I think that might be the first time I ever heard polka music like
Yeah.
like from the start of a song to the end. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it started off kind of like
You're like, this is awkward.
Yeah.
And you're like,
And
fuck
then
that trumpet be hitting.
yeah, and at the end, like we're all drinking those beers and shit, and everyone was just like, ah. But it was just I was just like, oh man, this is fucking
Yeah.
turned up. It's like it got lit up in here, German style. Another weird thing is how expensive lederhosen is.
Yeah.
It's like-
they're usually made out of like nice leather.
Yeah, it's
Sam,
like
I think, spent like 120 euro on his.
Yeah.
Mine was like 90 euro.
You guys are so worldly. You spend in euro. You talking about in Germany or like from here?
No, we got them in Germany.
Okay. It's like if you bought them here, just say dollars. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to say like euro.
No, I don't know what other stuff. I don't know how to convert that stuff.
I don't either. I've never actually bought anything on the internet in a different currency.
I want to buy a tail and ear combo from a lady that makes them in Russia.
That's awesome. But why is her so dope that you have to get the Russian import?
She just takes her time. She has like nice styles of her
gotcha.
stuff, and then has put in the time. I mean, I'm sure there's other things. That's just the one I found.
So how many people like wearing tails like that?
I sure the fuck do.
I know you're the first. The first person that I knew that was like, yeah, tails are my shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never saw. I'm sure other people do. I just never paid attention to it. I
Yeah.
was like, man, Sarah really fucking loves tails.
I
man.
love them.
Yeah, it's cool, but I'm just like, you're the first person I was like,
And I guess socially, there's only like a few little times you get to wear them, unless you're just like, fuck it, and you want to just wear them all the time.
yeah. I mean, if you're gonna get a tail, that's kind of the attitude you have to have. Is like, I'm wearing this.
I
bitch.
don't care. Well, it's a lot of times too, like I don't want to get it dirty, so I don't want to bring it into a lot of different public places. But if I go hiking, I'll put it on my like my backpack. I'm like, it came from outside. Might as well enjoy some outside. It doesn't need to stay in my closet until
That's
one
true.
time a year.
I thought you were gonna say when you go hiking, you wear it, like frolic through the forest with your.
I have.
Yeah,
I have. But usually the way that I have it set up, it's on a rope so it can go around my waist, or
Gotcha.
I put it on my fanny pack.
I gotcha. Man, I've been sorry to cut you. I've been
No, you're
wanting to
good.
get a fanny pack. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, man, I feel like it's like a utility belt. Like
They're really great. I will say, after wearing one for a long period of time, because I usually set it off to the hip,
Yeah.
I would definitely rotate it around, because
Gotcha.
you'll feel the uneven in your gait.
Really?
And
From a
you're
fanny
like,
pack, man? Yeah.
I mean, I load mine up because we're like away from campsite for most of the night. So I'm putting whatever the fuck I need.
All my things.
All my things.
Yeah.
They're like, I have crystals and glitter. What do you need?
I'll never forget that time we went to Lake Lanier, that trip. And then like you just sat down. We're at a conference. That was a team conference, so there's probably a couple hundred people there.
Yeah,
not like thousands, but in the hundreds of people. I think like 300 people is a good guesstimate, right? So we're at this group event, and we just sit down, and there's like we're in a ballroom, like not a ballroom, like a convention center at a hotel.
Yeah,
and then we just sit down like on the folding tables. You know what I mean, like the long tables.
You can picture it.
Yeah. There's like the white tablecloths, and like you just sit there. They have like a notepad in front of you with their logo of the of the hotel. That right. So we're sitting down. Everyone looks the same. And then Sarah has like, I don't know what kind of bag it was. She sits down and then like she gets out like a notebook to take notes like a person would do. And then she puts out a crystal here and then another one there and then another thing there and then like a statue here. And she has like her whole little space looks like she just made like her house like right around her at this table. And everyone's just like, I'm just sitting there with like a pencil, like, fuck, I'm not prepared.
I'm not ready.
Yeah. And then we went to like the bungalow that you guys had. And then,
I rearranged everything.
Yeah, it was all rearranged and like your shit was everywhere. Not like scattered, but it was like, did you decorate this motherfucker?
You're like, I'm going to be here for 3 days. I'm going to make it cozy.
You're like, I'm going to bring my shit with me. That's pretty funny. I'll never forget that. I was like, in your bungalow was kind of funny. But when you sat down at that table and did all that, I was like, I've never seen anybody do that before. Like, that's fucking awesome.
Like, hi, this is my life. These are the things I do.
And this is what I need around me to be me.
Yeah, you should see my backpack.
It's completely
if I unload my contents of my backpack, I have a lot in there.
You didn't bring your ting cheese.
I didn't bring my ting cheese.
People like those.
I know, ting ting.
No, people like messaged us and said those things are cool, and I was like, yeah, get at it.
They're in another bag.
We need that bag.
Yeah. Sorry.
Secure the bag,
Secure
Sarah.
the bag, man.
Secure the bag.
Yeah.
You're talking about we say Bulgaria. What you just said, you taught me that region of Germany that likes Lederhosen. Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it because like in the United States, like the Southeast has like a culture that is different than like California.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it is just funny that that's what people go to.
That's what I go to.
That's what everyone goes to because that's all we're really taught.
Yeah. You know what's bad? When anyone thinks about Germany, they always think about Hitler.
Yeah, I know.
I know, right? It's like, it's awful.
And it's like there's great mountains and plums growing wildly. There's a lot of other things.
I guess it's not bad to like, because it was a thing that happened. It was awful. But man, it's like they live there and like, yeah, from Germany. Oh, Hitler, huh? And they're like fuck, man.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
I wasn't even born. Like, I don't even know, man.
And that's like saying, oh, you're from the South. Be like, you're a KKK member. Like, no.
It's like, oh, you live in Georgia. Yeah. Slaves. Huh?
Like, like
you're like, yeah, that sucks. But like, I don't know, man.
Like, my family got here in the 80s, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Man, it's funny you mentioned that. I've never had any interest in like knowing my ancestry until like 2 weeks ago. Nothing happened. I was just like,
my family.
Yeah, like, you talk about a lot, and then all these patients were like that didn't know each other, like separate, were just like showing me like their 23andMe and their ancestry. Like, I don't know why they all got it. I don't know if there's like a
mine's not fancy. It's like there was no surprises in there.
But like, and they were asking me like about mine. I was like, I'm sure I'm some sort of European mutt. You know what I mean? I don't know, with some British and some Scottish probably. Or
Sam calls himself an Anglo-Saxon mutt.
Yeah, I mean that's what we are. You can just look at me and be like, yep, there we go.
Yep.
There's no, I got it, man.
No spice.
Yeah. So like, I don't know, but I've been
mostly just cream.
It's all creamy, baby.
Just cream.
But yeah, so I have been kind of interested in that to see what mixture. But deep down inside, I'm hoping there's something fun like Egyptian or like Native American.
Like a little sprinkle.
Yeah, or like something from India or something.
I will say the ones that seem cooler. I mean, but I guess you got to pay for them if you want to see if other people have done it. Is when people actually find people, like find actual family members.
Yeah, I don't
like the 23andMe just does, or whatever the ancestry. One of them just shows you like geographical.
Yeah, I know Ancestry. You might have to. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Ghost or back.
Yeah, but I was listening to the episode. You couldn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you couldn't hear it. It was just us going, oh, there's a ghost in here. And people, but I know it's Ancestry.com. Well, I don't know. I think it's Ancestry.com that shows you like, oh, here maybe is your cousin. Yeah, because they have your DNA or whatever.
And they're like, but now you have to pay if you want to continue this family tree. And it only works if other people do it.
Yeah, it's true. I've heard of like dudes doing it and like, hey, you might have a kid. They're like, oh shit.
And I'm like, what?
They got to know I had a kid.
Well, it'd be like that, I guess.
I guess so. That's pretty funny. They just trying to
sowing them wild oats.
Yeah, they're trying to see if they're Scottish or not. And they're like, oh shit, I got a kid.
I'm like, shoot.
I didn't even know.
Shoot.
How crazy would that be? You're like, yeah, I think I'm Scottish. Haha. Oh,
you got children. What?
You're like, what?
What?
I don't even know. That's wild. Like, I don't even know what I'd be like. Oh shit. Let me contact this motherfucker.
You're like, hi.
I'm your father. I heard that you did a blood test.
Yeah.
See, I was always kind of like freaked out because like I didn't want anybody to have my DNA.
Yeah.
Not like I'm like super like paranoid, but I was like, no, I'm good. Like,
yeah, be like, I don't know what you can do a lot with a spit sample.
Yeah, well, because I know it's going in some sort of giant database. There's no doubt about that to me. Like, but that's fine. But like then I was thinking like they already got my DNA. Like what the fuck? I'm so like I'm
the
just
board
like,
took your prints. They got you.
Yeah, I was like, who? I'm playing some sort of weird game in my head. They got all my shit.
In some things, it's kind of nice because we've all heard of like what CODIS and stuff like that when we watch like
CODIS.
Yeah, like watching any type of crime shows. They're like, oh, or like APHIS or something like that. I forget.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anywho, a big database.
Funny because so you're like, we all know, and I'm like,
I don't know. I don't even know clearly. The word isn't coming to my brain. Anywho, big database. Like what we think whenever they're like, we found DNA, we're gonna run it, we're gonna find the perpetrator.
Yeah.
But there are things like that.
Yeah, I know.
But there's another one that can also go off of like, I don't know enough about this right now. Sorry.
You're like, I'm done with this topic.
Anywho, it's interesting because it can find close family members.
Oh, that's cool.
But it can also like what it's used for is like solving cold case murders and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
So it's maybe not a bad thing because maybe your second cousin did some shit and they need to be found.
And they call me and be like, I don't know, man. I haven't seen that motherfucker.
I don't know that motherfucker, but
it's like, are we related? They're like, you are, sir.
Like, fuck.
I do that.
Don't invite him to barbecue.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I start talking. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I get like...
It's kind of like recalling a dream. I feel like that's how my short-term memory is sometimes, like a dreamscape.
It kind of fades away.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I don't recall this as much as I... So I'm really impressed when people are like, yeah, on Tuesday you did this. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I couldn't even remember what I ate for dinner on Tuesday. I'd be like, I don't know, man. Like, what day was that?
Yeah, I told you that's how it is at music festivals.
Like, what's happening?
I'm like, man, that sounds really good. Who is that? They're like, Sarah, we watched them last night. We're like, oh.
Yeah, you're listening to their CD.
And I'm like sober. Like, I'm not like, I really don't like to get too fucked up at shows. Like, it's dehydrating. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of people. Like,
it could be dangerous too.
It could be very dangerous. Like, you're not being in the right state of mind. So, have a little drinks, do a little ganja, whatever. But I don't go crazy at music festivals. Like, I'm there for the show. Yeah. I paid fucking money to go see a show.
A lot of people are not there for the show.
No.
Yeah, they're there.
You see moths and K-holes everywhere, and you're like,
Yeah, it was funny, man. I remember like when I was like a super young, like in the 90s when I was little, I'm like, K-holes were like, if you do that, you're gonna die, or you're like some sort of scumbag.
Yeah.
And then, I'm not saying it's true, but like that was like, oh, you can't do that. Like that's why we like, like bad kids do that or whatever. And then now it's like, we need to do this for soldiers and PTSD because it's so healing. Like ketamine, it's funny that in depression, like it has such a good like outcome with like
I'm
depression.
Sure if it's not mixed with stuff and you're not on 12 other things and I'm sure it is great.
Yeah, it's apparently awesome. There's a lot of research on it. It's great. And then like MAPS is doing good stuff with it. And then this one group, I remember because their name's funny, Field Trip. That's the name. Yeah, I thought that was
like doing field work with tripping.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. So they have a facility in I know in Canada. I was gonna say Ontario. There you go. Could get it. Ontario. They have a facility there, and like you go there, and like you get ketamine, and then drips or whatever. I don't know how they administer it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then they have like you go through the experience, and they have someone afterwards to help you unwind it, like unravel what happened.
Oh, nice. See, that's what you need. Like that's how it should be. It should be a guided experience.
Yeah, it's kind of like a scientific shaman, I guess. Would be like I don't know if that's the right word. Like it's like mixed with like ketamine or psychedelics and psychotherapy mixed together.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it seems to have like for depression, all the same shit. Depression, anxiety, and then like soldiers or I guess it has to be soldiers, but like PTSD stuff. Yeah. And it's like has like crazy awesome results. Sometimes with like one session having permanent effect.
Yeah.
Not like you have to take this pill every day forever. It's like you do 1 or 2 sessions and it has a
And you're like, oh shit, that was unlocked. I was able to get through that. Okay, that doesn't torment me anymore.
Yeah, and a lot of people aren't like 100% better after one. But I'm gonna make up a number. Like say like they're 50% better after one session, but that 50% stays forever.
Yeah. And then you can start doing the small everyday steps to make it better.
Or do more K-holes, man. Like just go to a show, do a K-hole. Sit next to like a wise dude. Like hey, walk you through it.
Be like, you ready for that sound bath? Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. It is like festival culture is really fun because like someone might be on the ground and you're like, hey, like you cool? Like I'm not trying to invest my time in here because I'm going somewhere, but like you thumbs up and we're like, cool. Or if someone's sleeping or glow sticks are a big thing. People like to throw them out like into the crowd. And, you usually keep a few in your pocket because you're like, I want to join in. But also like people will, like you'll see them stop and they'll make like a little boundary of glow sticks so that like hands don't get stepped on, feet don't get stepped on.
Oh, that's fun.
When people are going through the crowd, they're, it's like a daisy chain and people are holding hands and people will move. And like, it's just like this whole organism of like people shifting and moving and creating space. And then you have like strong arms, like, no, I have 17 people here or like all my shit's here. Like, please don't like walk through this. So it's a really fun, like
beehive.
Yeah. It's so cool. Just how it,
yeah. It's like, it's separate.
If you couldn't tell, I'm really excited to go back.
It's like separate entities that come together and also make one thing.
Yeah.
Which is and it works like without verbal cues.
Yeah.
With verbal cues, not without. Like you don't have to be like, okay, everyone take 2 steps to the left.
Yeah.
So everyone just kind of like amoebas and goes together.
Yeah.
That's always weird, man. Like that group think hive thing that happens.
Yeah. Or you start hearing someone like, I mean, most people do Carl just because it's fun. Carl. Walking Dead.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So, but some people really, they're like, Steven, where are you? And so everyone else will try, Steven, are you here? You're like, I don't know. And you're like, you might just be passing by. You're like, but I'll throw my voice out to help.
Have I ever told you my Walking Dead story?
No.
It's not that.
Wait, did you go to a place and everyone's like dressed up?
Yeah.
Then yes, you did.
All right, cool. Well, let me just tell it again in case people, because it's not fair for the people who haven't heard it. It's not that great.
Like, no story for you.
Yeah. It's not that great of a story, but it just trips me out every time I think about it. It was before The Walking Dead was a thing. It was before the first season, and they were filming. If you watch the first season, the dude goes to like the middle of Atlanta. He's on an 85, and there's nobody there. And there's like an army tank scene and shit where all the zombies come in. So I lived in Atlanta. I lived near the zoo.
Yeah.
So I live in Grant Park, so I live like downtown Atlanta, and I always went to this coffee shop every day or whatever to get my coffee and my scone. They had really fire ass scone. Yeah, man, them shits were good. I wish I could shout out the coffee shop. I can't remember the name of it. It was it might have been Grant Park Coffee. It might have been. Anyways, so I was sitting down. Like I got my coffee and I sat down outside, and they had like cute little tables and shit. I mean, it was all nice or whatever. I'm sitting outside and like there's like zombies chilling, like drinking like fucking cappuccinos and shit. I'm looking around like, what the fuck is going on? These aren't like me dressing up like a zombie.
Yeah,
really, look at that dude. Went to that spirit store.
Yeah, like professional makeup.
Yeah, I was freaking out. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was like, is this for real? Like for a second, I was like, what's going on?
And what was in my coffee?
Yeah, right. And they told me about the show, and I was like, oh, okay. Because I was starting to wow out, man. You guys look legit.
Be like, I don't like this.
Yeah, but that's about all I got. And then like, I never watched the show. I couldn't get into it.
I watched a few seasons.
Did you? I watched half of the first season. And I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah. I'm more in a van. Like one, if it really came down to it, like I'm joining the party.
Yeah.
Like I'll become a zombie because it seems like they're having a good time. Midnight Gospel did a really good.
Does it seem like they're having a good time? Like the zombies? Sorry, I can't let that one slide by.
Yeah, no. They're not having a bad time. They're not scared.
Oh, that's true.
They're hungry, but when you're not hungry.
They just got the munchies, man.
They got the munchies. Maybe it's just the ultimate high. They're like, man. And they're just like, they can't even talk. They're like, dude, you got to join. But they do that. Have you seen Midnight Gospel?
I love Midnight Gospel.
So they do that kind of thing, and they're just like, blah. Yeah. And then you get bit, and then you go to the other side, and you're like, oh, my whole family.
So that's Duncan Trussell. That's Duncan. That's on Midnight. They took like bits and pieces of his podcast, and then those are the interviews that you see there, and then they made like the cool story about what's the dude's name?
I don't know, pink guy with a cool hat.
Yeah, the guy that goes to the emulator vagina to go to which is hilarious. He sticks his head in there. That's
like, I'm going back.
That shit is. If you haven't watched Midnight Gospel and you like weird shit, you should watch it. That one's
definitely a good one.
Yeah, you should listen to Duncan Trussell's podcast. Okay. I think I've sent it to you like 3 different times. You should listen to one of those. Or just any of them. They're all good. It's like a better version of our podcast.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because he gets like fun guests on and stuff that are like related to like weird shit.
Nice.
It is good, man. Like I love it. It's real trippy and weird. It's awesome. Sorry. I had an itch.
ASMR, no scratchies.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to do it. But yeah, check it out. I think his podcast, if you guys are listening to ours, you probably listen to his Duncan Trussell Family or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, it's good. It's super, super good. He was on Joe Rogan. Him and Joe Rogan are buddies. He was on a lot of the earlier episodes, and he's on there from time to time.
Nice.
I've never seen his stand up, like Duncan Trussell stand up. I was just on his podcast. I just love him doing podcasts.
I wonder if I have. Let me see his face.
Yeah, he's funny, man. Like he's just really trippy, and I like a lot of the stuff that he's into. Like he's like super anti-government or conspiratorial minded in that nature, which is fun. Like he studies Buddhism hard as fuck. So that's awesome. So he's got cool insight on that. And he's just like a really cool, free, crazy
I wonder if
dude.
I have seen him. His face does look familiar.
Yeah. He's super funny dude.
I like him. Okay. I'll check him out.
Yeah, he's funny. Speaking of new comedy shows, man, I know you watched it, but what'd you think of that Dave Chappelle? New Dave Chappelle is out as of like 2 days. Well, it's like 4 days ago.
Yeah, it's good.
Man, that shit was so funny.
I mean, Dave Chappelle he is a goat. Man.
He is the goat. He said
He's
it.
So good.
Yeah. When I laugh when I watch comedy. I always laugh.
Yeah.
But like I watched it last night. I lost my shit like 4 or 5. I mean, like I just couldn't stop. I'm by myself too. So it makes it even harder to like.
You're like, but you're just like,
dude, I had to like, I had my couch blanket. I had like put it over my face a couple times. I'm by myself. And I was like, dude, I can't like, it's too funny.
The giggle fits. It got me. It's taking over.
I can't like remember. I've only seen it once. Like, and I'm like in it. So like, I don't remember everything he said.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything he said actually, but man, that shit was funny. If you haven't seen it, if you like shit that's funny, you should check out that.
Yeah, I just like how Dave Chappelle, he's fucking real. He's funny. I love when he thinks it's funny because he always hits his mic on his thigh.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And then, Dave Chappelle's good.
It's a good.
And he talks about real shit.
Yeah, he talks about all the stuff that like people get like triggered and freaked out over, and I was like, good job, man. And he did it in such a good way, man.
Yeah, a lot of those things he talked about, like I've never really experienced, just because we live here in the South, and those topics are not quite. I mean, they're there, they're here. They're just not like in my face in my life. Yeah. So
it was mainly like the trans community, I think, was like the big thing.
Yeah, they were fucking mad at him.
Yeah, well, I mean, he makes jokes about it, but you should make jokes about everybody. If you want to be equal, then
Dave
you should
definitely makes jokes about everybody.
Then you should get made fun of.
Yeah.
Well, that's what comedy is. Like if you censor comedy, then it's nothing.
Yeah.
It becomes the comedian that I watched with the bad date person. The whatever that dude was. That was like. It was like very generic, very like, I was like, this shit ain't funny. Because like, you know, if you can't fucking make fun of people, like what do you talk about in the comedy show?
I really do give it up to people who do like the dry comedy bars and things like that. Because they're not allowed to cuss.
Okay.
So it's just interesting how they navigate through that.
Is it called a dry comedy because you can't cuss?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they serve alcohol either. So it's just like a clean show.
Wow.
So it can be. So it's just really interesting. And it's a good place too to like, you know, from a bunch of different levels, you know, to be able to have something like fun go out and it not be alcohol centered.
It's true. It's true.
Because that could be, again, just like a place that could trigger people and to be able to like just have a nice, clean, safe space.
It's true. But I don't think cuss words are bad. They're just words.
No.
Yeah, you know,
but they make it to where it can be an all age show.
Okay, I mean, I get that. I'm like, I have a kid, I get it. So like, I wouldn't bring my kid to a comedy show. He's 7, so like, it doesn't even matter. So that'll never happen.
Yeah, but I mean, you'll see that. Like, I've seen some bits where they're like, "All right," and you know, they'll give like the first 15 minutes a clean show, and they're like, "All right, shout out to Andy over there. Like, thanks for joining, buddy," because they're like 13, and then they get them to go.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's funny,
silly Billy.
You silly goose. I've had like my son, he's 7, right? So he's in 1st grade. Just to kind of give you the 2nd grade.
Dang.
2nd grade, yeah.
An old kid.
Yeah. So he's asking me about bad words. He's super interested in those the past 2 or 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I just, I'm not taking the stand that like, you can't say bad words because they're bad.
Yeah.
Because
it's like, don't say that in school because your teacher's going to get really upset. And
we talked about that, but like, I don't say just listen to me like dogmatically. They're bad, so they're bad. Don't say them because like he's a questioner. I guess he gets that from me. He's like, no. He's like, but why are they bad? Like, I don't understand why they're bad. And I was like, yeah. And I was talking to him, And I was okay. He was like talking about the S word. He heard someone in the family say the S word, right? And he was asking, why do they say that? Why is it bad? And I was like, okay, look, what do you think it means? And he's like, I don't know. It's like, technically it's supposed to mean like poop.
Yeah.
Right. Or, and he's like, okay. So, but I was like, you can say the word poop and it's not a bad word. And he's like, yeah. So he's like, well, why is shit a bad word? He didn't say shit, but he's like the S word. Right. And I was like, only because we deem it so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say deem it, but I like something to that effect. We say that people think it's a bad word or make it bad, so it's bad, but there's nothing inherently wrong with poop.
Yeah.
I was like, poop is funny, it smells bad, but like every human poops. It's something that you do. It's like saying breathing's bad. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, I don't understand. And then he was asking about like the B word. And then he's like, doesn't that mean, I don't know how I guess he learned from like friend, or I haven't taught. He's like, it doesn't mean like a dog. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's like a differentiation between like a boy dog and a girl dog. And he was like, well, why? He was like, why is being a girl dog bad? I'm like, it's not. He's like, then why is the word bad? I'm like, because someone said it was. Yeah. And like, he's like, I don't like that. And I'm like, I know, man.
Sorry, kid.
Yeah.
You're going to get real disappointed. Yeah. There's a lot of shit you're not going to like.
Yeah. Yeah. So I told him, I was like, don't say them at school because you'll get in trouble. So you're not allowed to say them at school. But I was like, the words are only bad because people say they're bad. And I was like, any word can be bad. I was like, if you have, I did tell him, I was like, if you say a word to somebody or words connected to someone that have hate and like pain is the purpose of saying them, that's a bad word. It doesn't matter if it's a cuss word or not. He's like, yeah, you could say mean things to people. And I was like, yeah. I was like, those are bad words. Yeah. But I was like, just shit's not a bad word. Yeah. So, but I didn't like, so don't freak out. I didn't tell my kids to say shit. I was like, don't say it. It's not a good word. Like, we don't watch things with cuss words, you know, but like, I didn't want to like dogmatically be like, don't say it because it's a bad word.
Yeah. Be like, don't say that.
Yeah, I started off, I was like, why do you think they're bad? Like, that's how I started off. Like, what do you think? So that's a good, I got into his head and I was like, okay, cool. And then I know this was one day, all this like throughout the day. It was kind of weird. I felt bad that he was my child. I was like,
sorry for making your brain think so many different thoughts.
Yeah. I was like, when I was talking to him, I was like, oh shit, you're my kid. This is going to be a rough one for you, bro. And he was just like, cause he has to wear a uniform to school. And he hates it. He doesn't. Well, he's just like, why do I have to wear? Like, why can someone tell me what to wear? Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I was like, you go to a school, and then we choose to go to that school, and they have rules, and that's why. And that made sense. I was like, we could choose for you not to go to that school, and you wouldn't have to. So it's not like a earthly thing that everyone's going to pick what you have to wear. And he's like, okay, I like my school, and if I was like, to go there, you have to. It's part of the rules. I was like, or you could just not wear a uniform and not go to that school. Like, that's the only choices that you have. I mean, he doesn't get to make that choice, but like, I was trying to lay it out for him. Yeah. But he was like, okay, I have to, people make me wear stuff. And then like, I think I told you this, like we're growing our hair out, Yeah. And his mom cut his hair again. And like, he got fucking pissed. Right. And he's just like, I don't understand. It's my hair. Yeah. And he was like, why are all these people, this is what he said. I don't misquote him. He's like, why are all of these people telling me what to do with my stuff? Yeah. Like, he meant like his body. That's what he meant. He didn't say my body, but he was like, with my stuff. And I was like, yeah, you just want to be, I was like, okay. I was like, you just want to be like free. And he was like, yeah. I was like, that's because you're my kid. I was like, dude, you're going to be like fighting like chains. I was like, dude, I was like, sorry, buddy. He was like, what do you mean? I was
He's
like,
a Capricorn too, isn't he?
January 3rd. Yeah. I don't know what that means,
He's
though.
a Capricorn.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Read his star chart.
Yeah, I have to like find like the real star chart, not the one that's like on the internet. Like.
I mean, they're all good. They're calculated. It's really easy to calculate it. Well, I've been looking at biorhythms too. Biorhythm patterns.
I like biorhythm patterns. What are you looking at them for? Like, what are you looking?
You can put them for your birthday, and you can see your biorhythm patterns. And it like uses. I was talking to a math lady, and it has an equation, and it shows you the equation, so it seems pretty transparent. And it doesn't give you like a psychosomatic, like, this is why you're feeling this way. It just puts, the wave is there for whatever that day is. And it puts, with your birthday, it puts a point on that sine wave.
And what does that mean?
It has emotional, intelligence, and physical. And so it could be on the high or it could be on the low. They can converge, or they could be...
Does it change from like day to day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and it gives you like a 2-week window.
Oh, fun. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
A math lady told you this?
Oh, I think she's a literature teacher.
Yeah, that's okay.
She's a teacher. I care more that she is a badass like scuba diver.
There you go.
Yeah.
So she's not a math. She's a word lady.
She's a word lady.
She's a wordsmith.
Yeah.
All right.
She's a cool lady.
That is cool. Cool ladies are good.
Yeah.
Need more of them.
Yeah.
Need more of them.
All the ladies.
Speaking of split star charts, we were talking digitally and in person before the thing. Like the past couple of days, I've been grumpy as fuck.
Grumpy.
So I texted her and I was like, is there something in the stars?
There's some shit happening right now and I don't like it.
Yeah. I was like,
what is cool is a lot of planets are about to go direct, which means they're getting out of retrograde.
And so I know what the words mean, but what does that mean?
So retrograde in comparison to us, to my understanding, hold on, my ear itches, is the way that the planet is spinning in comparison to us. Like Mercury gets talked about a lot because it happens a lot just because it's close to us. And if you look at it, it looks like it's going backwards.
Okay.
It's not, but like you ever be in a pool and you go one way and then you're like, I'm going to switch the direction.
It's the best thing. Like in an above ground pool.
Yeah. So like there's some resistance there. So there's just some resistance in that change.
Huh.
And then when it goes direct is when it kind of like, for us, it has stopped looking like it's going backward and it's coming back the other way.
So it's like the moment you decide in the above ground pool to switch the other way.
Yeah. So a lot of planets are about to go in direct. There's 6 of them that are about to go direct this month.
Whoa.
So just a lot of ease starts happening.
I need some ease. I don't know what happened. I could have just been grumpy because I was grumpy.
Could have just been grumpy.
But it was fun. When I texted you, I was like, I'm serious. Like I'm not like
what's happening.
I'm not like fucking around. Like I was like, I feel fucking weird and like.
Yeah, some people don't like new moons. Some people don't handle new moons very well.
Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna have to start tracking it. Like I can put like on a calendar. Weird.
Yeah.
And like look and see what happened. Because I guess I'm a human, so it goes through. But like, it felt weird. It just felt weird. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, especially if you've been busy.
Yeah.
I think that's whenever people feel the most from like celestial things is because they're busy. So like, there's just this like poke.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the fuck is happening? And it's very distracting.
Quit poking me.
Quit poking me.
Quit it.
So I can see where, like, I like the new moon. The full moons are really great. They're a little bit more draining for me, but I like the new moons more.
A lot of people say like a new moon or a full moon that energizes them.
Yeah.
They're like, or makes them feel crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just a lot happens. Like nurses will always tell you like, fuck a full moon. So much shit's going to happen tonight. But also it's like you're in a high energy area packed with a higher energy celestial evening.
And then shit goes down.
Then shit just happens. And again, people aren't handling the like poke, and you're in a stressful situation.
And you freak out.
Maybe
I freaked out.
Yeah. Like I can't handle certain sounds like at the end of the day. Like I don't like music playing in my house.
Really?
Which is interesting.
That is interesting.
The way that I don't know if it's the way that it gets cut from the corners of the walls or just like how it amplifies through the house. Especially if it's playing through a phone, I don't like it.
Gotcha.
I can't hear.
You mean like through the phone speaker? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah. That is harsh,
like
man.
I can't hear like words that are talking to me. Like if Sam's talking to me and music is playing on the phone, like I can't hear him. Or if water is running, I can't hear.
Really?
So there's a lot of things I don't like.
You can't hear, or you only hear the water?
No, I can't hear. I can't hear either one of them well.
Oh, okay.
It's like splits the sound.
I got you. Like it's too much input. The input like gets a little crosswired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's super distracting. And I'm just like, I can't. It's like being in the grocery store when you're hungry and you don't have a list. And you're like,
what the fuck?
Wah! And you're like trying not to run people into the buggies.
And you come out and you have like 17 packs of Fig Newtons.
You're like, shoot.
You're like, I didn't buy anything. Like, why do I have so many Fig Newtons?
I used my crock pot. I adulted yesterday.
Good job.
All right. I know.
You should get an air fryer.
I know.
That's the next level.
That's the next level.
Fuck a crock pot. All you can make is like stews and things that are almost stews. Me too. But that's all.
I made lamb. And so I put lamb and brown rice and onions and sweet potatoes.
In a crock pot?
In a crock pot.
Did the sweet potatoes like dissolve?
It was super mushy.
Yeah.
It looked like gruel.
Yeah, usually.
It was delicious though.
Yeah. Usually the sweet potato, that's the downside of a sweet tater.
All sweet tater. Yeah, they mush.
Yeah, they do mush.
They do mush.
So like Elmer Fudd or Porky Pig or so. I didn't mean to. Dude, I've been watching Looney Tunes with my kiddo.
Yeah, Looney Tunes is cray.
Man, they're funny as fuck, but man, sometimes I have to skip some of them.
You're like, oh shit, and like that was insensitive.
Yeah, man, especially the Pepe Le Pew ones. Like he's just like fucking trying to rape that woman cat.
Yeah, it's like get the fuck off me.
Yeah, one time we were watching, it was the very first Looney Tune. It has happened. It was on YouTube. It was Pepe Le Pew, and he's like, "Why is that dude like be mean to her. And I was like,
get off.
I was like, I don't know. That's weird. Isn't it? Turn it. I just like, let's watch a different one.
You're like, oh, that is odd. Maybe you shouldn't emulate that. We're going to change that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to talk to you about rape culture. Like,
not yet.
I think he was 6 or 7. I was like,
I'm not ready for that conversation.
Yeah, well, I don't think his brain's ready for that. Like, he's just all sweetie
Be like,
pie.
wait, what?
Yeah, he doesn't even know about doing it. So, like, talk about rape culture would be a little bit
I do
weird.
like how he, like, kind of goes around about because he's very curious. Like, but babies? Like,
Yeah, so the next time he hit me hard on that for a couple of weeks. And the next time he does it, I'm going to like, okay, man, let's talk about your dick.
Yeah, you got one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say, let's talk about your dick. I just thought that's a funny way to put it. But, like, I'm going to go in dad mode. I'm just going to fucking tell him.
Yeah.
Because he's at the point where he's like, babies are in moms. Yes.
Yeah, got it.
You're my dad. Yes. Why are you my dad and not the other person?
Yeah, why specifically are you my dad?
Yeah, it's like I just chose like her. I was like, I'm dad. Like,
dad now.
Yeah, so I was like, no, it doesn't work like that, man. He was asking me about storks and stuff, and I was like, no. Because it didn't make sense because like I guess you see it on TV or I don't know what they teach him in school. As far as I know, nothing.
I had someone parent a how do you believe in Santa Claus? And I was like, shit, that's a good one. So kid, hey, why Santa Claus?
Like what?
Like, is Santa Claus real or not? And they were like, well, Santa Claus is a game and it doesn't work if you don't play along.
That's a good one.
So, and they were like, of course Santa Claus is real. You think we can pay for all this shit?
Yeah. Yeah. My kid was like hardcore, like Santa's real. Like all the magic things are real.
Yeah. So, but that was kind of like, they're like, I don't think Santa Claus is real. So I'm like, well, Santa Claus is real if we play the game.
It's true. You know, when people were like,
I just liked that. I was like, good parenting, you know.
Yeah. I've known.
Served back to you. Balls in your court, kid.
Take that, first grader. I know some people in the past that have been like, if I have a kid, or talking to me, if we have a kid, I'm not going to tell them about Santa. Like, that's bullshit. I'm not going to lie to my kid. I was like, first of all, you're going to lie to your kid. There's not even a lie. It's just like
you just do that.
Well, a 3-year-old can't understand the worldly ways yet. So you have to speak to a 3-year-old. You can't speak to him like he's 33.
Yeah.
It's different.
But I was different.
Yeah, but I was like, I get that. Like, lying is never usually a good thing to do. I can't, there's very, if not any instances where like sweet lies are better than hard truth. Like, that's a hard thing to, it's hard to say, yeah, you should lie. But so I get that. But then I was thinking about it because I was like, that makes sense. I was like, it was never good to lie, but I was thinking about it. Like, but living in a world where like fucking full blown magic is real is awesome. And like, what if I didn't live that way as a kid? I was like, man, it's so fun to like live that way.
Yeah. And like have fun because people grow up way too fast now.
Yeah. But just live in a world where like there's a magic dude in the snow that has elves and like all that shit's real. And that shit, like just to live life that way for like a little brief window of your existence. I was like, I can't take that from them.
Yeah.
I remember looking back on it.
The German way is a little bit spookier.
Like, was it like Dwight? Like, what did he talk about?
It's not quite Crumbus. That's a show.
That was the evil
but
Santa Claus.
Nicholas is, like, if you're naughty.
Belschnickel.
Yeah.
No, that was from The Office, the Belschnickel.
I'll murder you. Whoops.
Is it really? So what do they teach kids? What do they teach kids in Germany?
I don't know. I didn't get a lot of German culture stuff growing up. Dad kind of just made a blend of whatever he wanted. Because parents, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah. I think if my kid was really like, hey, this ain't real, Andre would say it to me. Because he's like, hey, Dad, is this real? And I would be like, yes or no or whatever. So, like, I don't think he's done it with, like, the Easter Bunny or the Tooth Fairy or...
But Santa's way cooler.
Yeah. But he's also not dumb. He might be like, man, let's just ride this wave out.
Be like, I read something that was like, their kid kind of didn't tell them that they lost a tooth, put it underneath the pillow. Nothing. And then told their parents, and then like money was under the bin. And they're like, "I see what you did there."
Damn.
There's a whole bunch of things. I don't want to read it all. It's there. Internet. You can internet it.
You can Google things.
You can Google it your damn self. Cause love you. Educate yourself.
I went and got a haircut the other day. Like my neck looked like I look like a werewolf.
Yeah.
It's been like months. So I went in there just like, hey, I just want my neck
cleaned up.
Yeah, just clean the neck up and whatever. You know what I mean? Then she fucking started cutting the sides a little bit and then the top and all this. She was like, don't worry, I'm not going to cut that much. I was like, don't cut any at all. And then like, she was like, it's going to look better and then it'll grow out better. I was like, yeah, people say that, but I was like, stop it.
You do have to cut it to a style or it just grows.
Yeah, that's what I noticed what she said. But And I got done, and it looks better, but
shorter.
Yeah, it cut like a month off,
yeah,
almost. You know what I mean?
But it will. Like, I mean, I fought that for a long time. You get your hair cut, it does grow better.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Keep doing it.
I used to know, like, girls used to get pissed off at the same thing all the time. Like, they cut too much off. I wouldn't want X, Y, and Z or whatever. And back then, I'd be like, it'll be fine. It's just hair. It'll grow back. Like, don't freak out.
Annoying. But it's annoying whenever you go and ask for something specific and they're just do it without, like, you know, before you start cutting, be like, hey, this is my recommendation. Like, I know you're trying to grow your hair out. If you let me trim and style it, it will grow better. And then to get the confirmation, yes.
Yeah, so that didn't happen.
I'm going to do it, and this is why, while I've already done it.
Yeah.
So I'll piss you off.
But the funny part is, like, now I'm like, yeah, girl. Like, I know what you're talking about.
Girl,
but prior to that,
shit, she cut my hair, that bitch.
Yeah, prior to that, I'm like, it'll be fine. It's just hair. It grows back. It's not even a big deal. And now I'm like, fuck. You couldn't even really tell. No one ever could even tell but me. But I was like, motherfucker, man.
I'm like, man, why'd you cut my fucking hair?
It's like 4 weeks of, like, fucking growth. It's gone. It does look better when I comb it now. So she was right.
Yeah.
But it's just a little bit.
Doesn't change the feeling.
It's only like this much shorter on the top. Like, I saw her do it and I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw this one lady. She had this gold necklace and it was an inch. It was like a ruler, kind of like gold plated little ruler thing. And she was a hairdresser.
That's funny. She's like,
this is what an inch is.
Yeah, just so you know.
Just so you know.
But yeah, that was fun. I was like, I got done with the haircut. I was all pissed off, and I was like, now I can totally relate to what all those older stories.
Relatable situations.
Yeah, it was just funny how, like, it's hard to relate to something you don't understand, even if it's trivial like hair. You know, it's not even that big of a deal. But I couldn't relate because I never have tried to, you know, like, waited and grow and, like, go through the weird shit and then, like,
and the awkward stages, and you're like, don't put me back there.
And then they just cut it, and you're like, what?
Yeah,
like, that was like a fucking 29 days of growth or some shit. Like, you know how I was gonna take another 29 days just to get back to where I was before I came in.
Yeah.
And I was like super pissed off. I was like, dude, chill out, man. It'll be okay.
You old grumpy butt.
I was grumpy, man. Maybe that's what started it, man. I don't know. But it does look better. It does look better. I don't have a headband on now, but it does look better. I like headbands too, because, like, it fucks with puts the sides. You can't see the sides. I hate the side of my hair. Fucking hate it. But
because it just goes out.
Not anymore. And that's long enough. Now it's fucking, I have to comb it. Like, I have to comb the side of my hair. It's fucking weird.
Welcome to life.
Yeah, it's
with
weird.
Hair.
Yeah, it's super weird. But I do like the headbands because, like, you can't tell half side hair. It's just like, it's not there.
I'm at a weird spot with my hair where it has gotten so healthy, it doesn't curl how I want it to.
You're like, wait, be brittle and wavy, man.
Yeah, like, fucking take that heat. Now it's like, no, we're strong and luxurious. We're not going to curl. Fuck your hot tool.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to put any heat to my hair ever. As long as, I don't know how long it's going to get, I'm just letting it go fucking primal. I'm not going to, like, I don't want to take care of, first of all, I'm not going to use a blow dryer. Like, I'm not that concerned about hair.
Oh, you can get it to do cool things with a blow dryer.
I get it.
And a round brush. And you don't even have to put it on hot. They have a cold setting.
Yeah, I'm just not going to fuck with it.
It's fun.
I don't like fucking with it. Just like that. That's all you got to do.
They even have cool ones that you can put, like, this bag over your head and you attach it to your blow dryer.
Yeah.
So instead of putting the, like, heat up to it, it's usually used for, like, people with curly hair or natural hair. And
then what I was saying, that, like, to do, like, salons and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it at home. You can just buy the bag and it's got, like, a drawstring and it goes up and then it has a tube and it just attaches to your blow dryer.
Whoa.
And you can, which is nice too. Like, if say you're just working and you're like, I got somewhere to be later, but I ain't got 45 minutes to sit down and blow dry my hair.
Just put the bag on.
Put it on.
And you're good to go.
Yeah.
Only thing I do is I use fancy shampoo now. Mm-hmm. That's all I do.
I use fancy shampoo.
Yeah, it's called Modern.
Which means Sam uses fancy shampoo.
It's called Modern Mammals. It's fucking great. Yeah, they say it's more geared towards dudes. Like, that's like, they don't really, for whatever reason. It's
and
awesome.
Probably just because they don't have a lot of, like, this is for color treated hair. This is for blonde hair. This is for,
Yeah, it's like, they say it's like paleo for your head. I was like, ooh, I want that.
I want that.
Yeah, it was good marketing. But
just nuts and meats and grains on your head.
All over it, man.
Well, there's no grains in paleo, is there?
No. It is good though. It's good. It's like activated charcoal and, like, oil is whatever, but it doesn't strip the oils out of your hair. So like, my hair is, like, super soft and fucking silky. It's awesome. Yeah, and it's just from the shampoo.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super good. So it's weird though. You put it in your hand and it's like black goo.
goop.
Because it's got, and it's like, and you have to use a lot because it's like lotion as opposed to like, it doesn't suds up. There's no suds. So you just kind of shake it in and rub it through.
No lather.
Yeah. So they call it like a medium wash or something. I don't know. But it's cool. But then after you use it, like I've used it for 2 or 3 months. But after like a couple weeks and like I was like, oh shit, my hair feels like awesome. It's not like poofy and weird and shit like that. It's awesome. It's super cool.
Got them oils balanced.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
Which is funny that it happened now because now it's Libra season, which is this gives.
Pop, 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 pop. I don't know where did the sign. Oh, the signs come from the constellations.
Yeah.
I was like, why do they just
whoever picked what that was?
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, how do they pick? Like, why am I a fucking
horseman with an arrow?
It's pretty badass, man. If we're going to war, Sagittarius.
Yeah. Bam.
Got it. Not Sagittarius people, but like the horseman.
Yeah.
The horseman.
The centaur.
I think he'd win. Like if there was like a battle royale.
I don't know. The goatfish man. Maybe if you go in water.
Yeah, that's true. But
Capricorn.
Does he have a sword?
He's got horns.
I could shoot him with an arrow. Well, not me. My representative will just shoot him with an arrow.
My liaison will do it.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I think
I got a bucket of water.
There you go.
A vase.
There you go.
Yeah.
Take that, bitch. Sagittarius definitely wins the battle royale.
And there's crabs.
There is crabs, but again, he's got an arrow.
Two fish.
Yeah, you got to be able to like close the range on the Sag.
Yeah.
I don't think he could.
What else? There's a bull. He just got an arrow.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got thumbs.
He does have thumbs. Opposable thumbs are clutch.
But he also got the Geminis who are like, I'm going to tag team.
There's 2 of us,
Motherfucker.
There's a new video
One's
game.
going to steal your bow and then braid your hair. And you're like, no.
What is happening? There's a new video game. It's called Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but anyways, if you ever played Smash Brothers, which is like a Nintendo game where you like punch each other and fight, it's a platform fighter. Yeah, it is this genre, but like it's got all these characters from like all these different video games together that wouldn't normally be together, and they fight. It's super fun. It's been around for like 20 years.
Smash Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, Smash Brothers. And then, so there's this new one. It's a Nickelodeon clone of the game. Like, same game, but Nickelodeon characters. It's awesome because you could fight with, like, SpongeBob and Ninja Turtles. And Avatar characters are in there. And, like, who else? Like, there's some Rugrat characters. Real Monsters. The Thornberries.
Monsters was really good.
Yeah.
It's always a fun costume to see it.
Yeah, Albina's in there. She's the black and white candy cane. Yeah.
With the big lips.
Yeah. But then, like, you fight and you get to fight each other with them. It's super fun.
That does sound fun.
Yeah. So if you're into video games, or nostalgia, you should fucking play that game. It's super fun.
Just do it.
Me and Andre play. He loves it. He's like, Dad, this game is so fun. He's like, we could be Avatar. I'm like, yes.
I like that he likes Avatar so
So he's being Avatar for Christmas. Over there, you can't see it, but behind us, there's the Avatar staff. It's just chilling. I'm like,
we're fans.
Yeah. The other day, he was like, Dad, I'm going to put up the staff. I was like, no, son. Leave it out.
Leave it out.
So we can see it.
We want to see it. We want to get pumped.
Yeah. The other day, it was wild. It was the Tuesday that game came out, and like, I went to go pick him up. I picked him up from his mom's house that day. And I went and picked him up, and he was like ready. Like I usually have to kind of like help him brush his teeth, and then we come back over here and then go to school or whatever. But this day, he was like at the door.
Like, I'm done.
I was like, dude, what time did you get up? He's like, I've been up for an hour, Dad. And I was like, why? He was like, the new game came out today. And I was like, yeah, Dad. He's like, let's go play it. I was like, we don't normally play games before like school, but I was like, okay, man, that's fine. You know what I mean? He's super excited over this game. And
you got up early.
Yeah. So we didn't have to, so we played a little bit. And then, so like I went and picked him up from school. As soon as he got in the car, he was like, Dad, can we go play the new game? And I was like, yeah. Cause like he only played it for like 5 minutes, like before school. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. And so we're playing it, super fun. He's like, little kid, brand new video game they want. He's like hype as fuck. And then Tuesday is the day that we go to parkour. And I was like, hey man, we can go to parkour on Saturday. And it was also raining outside. So I was like, if you want to chill here and play this game, cause I kind of wanted to play it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like driving anywhere because it was like fucking storming.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. I just didn't want to do it. And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay. So I was like, I already know video games always trump everything. So we're playing it. And he was like, Dad, he's like, let's go to parkour today. And I was like, in my head, I was like, fuck.
Like, fuck, I don't want to drive.
Then I was also like, I'm proud of you. Like he was because it's hard. Like parkour's like they sweat and jump. And I was like, all right, man, let's go do it. So like, I was kind of proud of him. I was like, I can't believe he chose like that over
activity.
A video game. Yeah, over a video game. It was super weird. It's for a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm fucking 39. I was like, you sure you don't want to play this game? Because
you're sure? It was real fucking fun.
Yeah, I was like, I kind of want to be Reptar, see what's going on. That was the dinosaur from Rugrats.
Yeah.
Like, he's in there.
There's a band called Reptar.
Is it really?
It's not that good.
No.
In my personal opinion, It's kind of emo-y stuff and not my jam.
I don't like emo-y stuff.
Yeah. Not like, but like screamo.
I definitely don't like screamo.
Me either.
Because to me, like, it doesn't sound good. Like that. Like,
I just am like, man, do you know what you're doing to was it your larynx that does all that?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Like you young, you don't need to be having like vocal cord surgery.
It doesn't sound good to my ears. Not the words or the content, like the screamo style. I'm just like, nope.
I think I'm cool.
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
If I'm going to have someone yelling, like it needs to be like a, not metal, not thrash. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Like Viking music.
Okay.
Like I found
Celtic?
this band, and I'm just going to show you, and I'll describe the image, but I want to show it to you.
I don't know if I know Viking music.
Their members are made up from Denmark, Norway, and Germany, and it's like experimental folk music.
That's the genre? Mm-hmm. That sounds awesome. I've never heard of that genre.
I'm pretty sure it's Hulung. I don't know how it actually say, but
experimental folk music. Oh, that's legit.
I want to go.
Yeah, that's super legit.
So we have, some of the traditional like hand drums with like the animal skin like wrapped tight around like a cylinder and then a sticky thing. But they have like mask on their head and antlers.
They do have antlers. That's what I noticed.
And I was like, can we be friends? Also, I want to go to a show.
What does the music sound like? Is it good?
You know the intro to Vikings?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Oh, nice. Man, that's a good show.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that show in like years. Like I'm like seasons. I know it's over. I think it's over.
Just watch it again.
Yeah, and I watched like the first couple, and then like I have no idea what happens to the dude that becomes the chief.
Yeah, so it kind of has some of that where it has like some traditional like drumming patterns and sounds, and you have some of the traditional like maybe chants, and then it's a little metal.
Yeah,
it's pretty sick.
Oh, that sounds. I want to check that out.
Yeah, they're fun.
I
heard it the other day, and the person that I thought would listen to it, I was like, "Bro, have you heard this?" And he's like, "Bro, I've been on this game," and I'm like, "Cool." Like I just needed to know that you knew.
If you know, then I know it's legit.
Yeah,
it's kind of like your legit checker. Like, is this group legit? He's like, legit.
Yeah, you have any like internet friends that are like, you know who they are? Like I've worked with this person, and it's like I know who you are. Hi, Ben. But like we didn't hang out. We weren't friends. Never hung out. Like we didn't even hang out at work because we were in different parts of like the vet's office. But some people are just like, you're cool.
Yeah.
We like similar things.
We could be digital friends.
Yeah.
Kind of see what you're up to.
Mm-hmm. Be like, hey, I'll tell you happy birthday for sure.
I like my digital friends that like talk about stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, like thank you.
Yeah, I tend to be a curator of stuff. And be like, oh, you should read this. You should watch this. You should listen.
So when someone gives it to you, you're like, yes,
yeah, I like curator because there's so much shit out there. I'm like, no, what's fucking awesome? Like, what do you think's I like you. So what do you think's awesome? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's like I could be wrong on this. I think it's like 1.3 million artists or something on Spotify right now.
Dang.
That's not songs. That's like artists, different
yeah.
bands or something. So I was like, how the fuck do you curate? How do you go through that and like get out the shit? Because a lot of them are shit.
Yeah.
Well, shit to me. And then probably a lot of them are just shit in general. Like they're not very talented. And then probably a lot of them are fucking awesome. But like, how do you get through
how do I
that?
find that?
I don't know.
You ask your friends. Friends.
That's what I'm saying. You ask your
friends share music to friends.
It's true. That's why you gotta like hit up your digital buddies and be like, is this legit?
Yeah, and be like, you like this? Be like, cool. I'm gonna check it out.
Because I'm gonna listen to it.
I'm gonna listen.
I'm gonna listen to the antlers. I want antlers now. They look kind of badass.
They look really cool.
Yeah.
I'm just curious at like how much of that headdress is. I mean, can you call it a headdress? Anything that's on your head.
Yeah.
Dressing is a headdress, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just curious at how they have it fastened to whatever they're wearing. Like, is it in a crown piece or is it downward into like a headband kind of thing?
I don't know. I feel like
how does it stay structured?
I feel like I need like an under chin strap.
Yeah.
So that way I could like do all my moves.
Yeah.
And then my antlers would be right where I needed them to be.
Where I want them.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point of antlers.
That they stay.
Yeah. So that we could fuck some shit up.
Fuck it up. Put your velvet on trees.
Yeah. It is called velvet, isn't it?
Yeah, deer antler velvet.
Yeah, that's supposed to be.
It's in drinks.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's either, I can't remember, like a testosterone booster or aphrodisiac or both.
It's in a drink called Bucked Up.
Yeah,
and it's got like 300 milligrams of caffeine.
and it helps you recover. I know athletes use it. It's illegal, like that substance is illegal, like in the NFL or something.
Oh, okay.
It's not illegal to own it, I don't believe. It's just a performance enhancing thing. And I've never used it, but I was like,
how would you even test for that?
I guess I got one. I don't know,
You
man.
got a deer antler velvet test.
Yeah, I think they do. Be
like, this tree, does it make you want to rub your head on it? He's got it in his system.
Yeah.
Get him out of here. He can't play.
But I mean, I guess it's effective if they test for it. Like if it's,
so.
you know what I mean? But I've never.
Enough of enhancement.
Yeah. I've never tried. I forgot about that until you said it. I was like, oh yeah, that was a big thing like 10 years ago. Like the NFL players or whatever using that shit.
How'd they find that out?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Probably people.
I mean, deers do be crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
Just gnawing on deer antlers. I mean, dogs do. I think that's a weird toy to give your dog,
but deer antler, they love it.
I'm sure they do.
Oh, you doing when we get Andre for Christmas?
A dog?
Yep.
Yeah.
I came to that conclusion.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so his mom went out of town and she needed me to watch her dog, which was like my dog for like, I'll say 10 years. I have no idea. A long time. So it's not a big deal. So like he was running around here and I
was like, shit, I need that.
I know, man. And then when she was like, hey, can you bring my dog over? I was like, no. I was like,
you come get him.
I actually said no. I was like, I could bring him in the morning.
Yeah.
And she was like, what? I was like, I made up some reason. I think it was valid. I don't think I made it up.
Yeah.
But I was like, don't
take him yet. I need it.
I need this dog.
I need it.
So then Keita left and then Andre asked me, he asked me all the time, but one day, I think it was after that, it was like 7 times and when I counted, because I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. Well,
about getting
dogs
a dog.
on the brain.
Yeah. You had it on the brain. So I was thinking, and he's always been like, he's been asking me for a dog since Marley passed. And I'm always like, no, man, like I'm not even entertaining it. Like I won't entertain, you know, my brain was, you know, when someone asks you a question, you're like, no, like, it's not
like I'm not thinking about that.
Yeah. It's like an easy answer. Like, no, that's not something I'm interested in. But then he asked me the last time and I was like, oh, I'm interested in that. Like if something changed, I was like, maybe. Yeah. I've always told him we'll get another dog, but I was like, I don't want one. I don't want to do it right now. I'm too sad. He understands that. He's like, yeah, I get it too. He's like, but last time he asked me, I was like, I said the same words to him, but in my head, I was like, we're going to get a fucking dog. We're going to get a motherfucking dog. Yeah. So I don't know. I
think you'd go a girl dog again? Or are you just going to go with the whim of whoever picks you?
Yeah. That's what I did with Marley. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't give a shit about that. They say they're different. I mean, I guess they are, but if
I don't know, girl cats are real fucking spicy.
I think cats in general is spicy.
Oh, have you seen Bearcat? He knows spice.
Never. Really? Just straight chill.
He's just chill boy.
Yeah. See, I don't know, but like
I did get wool like dryer ball things, and I just tried them out because I figured they're gonna bounce around. And the second I did that, he like Scooby-Doo scattered. It spooked him.
He's like, whoa, cats do get spooked, man.
Yeah. And Bearcat's just a spooky boy. Like he just gets spooked with the silly little things. So like,
yeah, they're like survival flight instincts are quick.
Yeah.
They're not curious like, oh, what's that? They're like, no, get the fuck out.
Like, nope.
Like not snakes, cucumbers. They think a snake's a cucumber.
Like, I don't want that.
Yeah, they fucking
fuck that thing away from me.
Yeah, I watch TikTok videos on like.
Be like, there's something wrong with this ecosystem if that's a snake. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
But I was told that that's why cats are scared of cucumbers because they think it's a snake.
My cats would bite it.
You think so?
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with what we're talking about, go on TikTok and just put that in.
Cat cucumber.
Yeah,
you don't have to make a full cognitive sentence.
Yeah, it's fucking
cucumber
funny.
cat.
Yeah,
you could just put cat CU and you'd get cucumber.
I got a giggle out of I text you and I meant to say like today like I was asking Sarah like, do you want to do the podcast Saturday or Tuesday?
Yeah,
and it came out Sad at Tuesday.
Sad at Tuesday ?
And you were like, what? And I was like, I saw it. I was like, oh
words.
Yeah, I was like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, Sam did that to me the other day. He put I'm at home, and it was like 3:00. It was a rainy day, so I was like, oh, okay, awesome. And he was like, what? Because I asked him to text me whenever he gets to work, just so I know it gets there okay. And he was like, okay, ... And he was like, oh, no, I'm at work. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's like, damn,
that's a different situation.
Yeah, text messages are great, but sometimes they're not
And like, if you ever get a text message from me, like, I'm probably not going to correct what I spelled wrong or what it auto corrected to, because I don't care.
It's true. As long as
You'll figure it out.
Yeah. As long as the message gets across.
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know what you meant here. And I'm like, I'll clarify.
I don't know how keyboards work on your phone. I'm gonna look at it real quick. But for some reason, when I send text messages out, who's trying to text us right now? The podcast. Nope, stranger. Stranger are always trying to like communicate with me, and it's always weird. So like on the keyboard, when I spell that, like THAT. For some reason, I got into a habit of like typing, and I actually put THET, but like just not. Yeah, well, not because I think that's not how you spell it, but like it's just my thumbs.
That's where your thumbs go.
Yeah, so I've done it so much and not corrected it so much that like
your phone's like, that's how you want to spell it.
Yeah,
cool.
So then it always spells it. Now it kind of auto corrects the correct spelling of that to like with the E. So if you ever see that, I'm like, fuck it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I like to put a lot of letters, extra letters in places.
Yeah.
I just think it's fun.
Well, yeah, and that's also kind of like more like people speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's the word?
Because I sing song.
Sing song.
Sing song.
I hate texting a grammar Nazi on text message, and they have to like.
My friends aren't like that. I don't associate with those people.
I hate that, man. Like I don't really either, but I'm like, dude, it's a fucking text message. Like I'm just trying to get the point across. Like I know how to spell that. Like, you know what I mean? Do you know
you're not my English teacher.
Yeah. Like I'm not proofreading it like for your like, I don't know. I'm not trying to get a grade or like impress you on my like dictation knowledge or anything.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry. Something moved. That's what moved. There's a sunspot behind you and it's peeking through the.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. You're getting like a laser beam.
Beam. Laser beams. Beam.
Right in your eye.
Probably shouldn't do that to my retinas.
You probably shouldn't. So we're going to have a new release schedule for the podcast. We're going to record them on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And release them on whenever I get them done. I'll figure it out.
We'll find a new release day.
Yeah. It'll probably be the same, but there might be another break in there so we can catch up. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. So don't freak out. Don't freak out, man. Not this past week, but 2 weeks ago, because we haven't done a podcast in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I get like these emails of like, here's how many people listened and all this shit. I usually don't click on them, but I was like, let me click on it. We didn't do one last week. And it was like more people listened to the podcast not this next week. I don't know about this past week, but then the first week that we didn't do one, more people listened to the podcast than the week.
Like, wait, I want one.
Yeah. Well, that means they're listening to like people are listening to back episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like 200 listens in 1 week, like unique listens. That's about the average in a week. Cause it's like 2, 4, 6, 8. It's like over 1,000 listens a month is what it's been at for like the whole time, basically.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, friends.
Yeah. I like for it to bump up. There's a whole list of things that we could do, but fuck it. Yeah. Well, my brain doesn't I like the podcast. I love the podcast, but my brain doesn't like stagnation. Like I don't like being stagnant. There's something about me that's like, I want to do better.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not content, but like certain things I'm like, things should grow. Then they should, not that it has to be, everything has to be awesome tomorrow, but like it should be a little bit better. You know, that's how my brain works. So like, it's been freaking me out, that particular. Yeah. Like I don't know, it goes against my nature.
You're like, just go up now.
Yeah. But I also don't want to do like the things on the list. So I'm like, what are you going to do? Yeah.
That's my whole life. Like, I know what I should do. Do I want to? No. Nah. Am I happy about that decision? Yes. I'm like, fuck it.
Fuck it, man.
Fuck it. It does not keep you on track with your goals, but I have no anxiety, so
there you go, man.
You know, goals are going to be there.
The goals are there, man.
Yeah.
I don't really get anxious over goals though, so like it's not like I don't
get anxious about them either. That's why I don't get excited. I do enjoy some personality types that have just like the strong urge to like I can't do this until I finish this because I haven't finished this yet.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I don't either.
I'm trying to instill it.
Yeah. Well, there's some greatness to that, but then it also like freak you out. Yeah. Like it causes like super. I've always found finger. That's a hard one, man. Don't say it. Finger. I have to watch my southernness on that one.
Found.
Not found, but I just said it's stupid.
Yeah. Squirrel. That one's my favorite. Squirrel.
It's on the tree.
Yeah. Sorry, what'd you find?
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, derail.
Yeah. I'm doing better. This one, I don't have a lot of open stories.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, we have had water and mud water.
It's true. Oh yeah, we have had mod water. Let's talk about that in a second. Yeah. Before I forget. Oh yeah, that planters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they if
I
they're
don't like them.
Yeah. Yeah, I you know what? It's true. Most of the time, when planners usually like we rub each other
Be
raw.
like, don't tell me what I need to do right now.
Yeah, I'm like my 7-year-old son. I'm like, get the fuck off.
Fuck out of me. Don't tell me how to do my shit.
Yeah, I'm free.
Yeah.
No chains. No chains, bitches. But I have found that planners, like, which there's a lot of positivity that comes with like the rigor.
Yeah.
It's not really like planning. Everyone plans shit, but it's the rigor they have behind it. Like, I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm going to go do this. And then,
think you about a task, to complete the task, and to move on from it.
So there's a lot of goodness to that,
Yeah.
and a lot of applications where it's awesome. But man, especially when you're like a planner and it comes to life, not like the work shit, and like, but when it comes to life where there's other factors that you can't control because I can't control you. You know what I mean? Like, I can't plan. Hey, we're going to, I have no idea what the fuck you're going to do. I mean, that times like 8 billion people, like, whatever's on the planet. So like they'll plan life, which is great, but then it never goes according to plan. 100%, because that's impossible, because you have no fucking idea what's going to happen. They freak the fuck out, man. It causes them so much like internal strife that I'm just like, chill out, man. It's all good. Like we'll get to the end goal. We're just going to take a different route. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My reaction to, like, say you're planning something with a person and you're like, all right, we're going to do this. Like the input of like, wait, I have to do this real quick and then we can meet up. Let's change the time to this. And then this, and this, and this, and be like, okay, that doesn't work at all. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, it's fine. Like, that's how we do it. Like, so I'm never mad. Like, hey, I got to do this. You got to do this. You're like, we'll do it this time. I'm like, cool.
But some people can't handle the, like, describing that. They're like, I don't want to hear it.
No, but I get it. Like, life happens. It's like, well, of course you can. You got a thing that popped up. Or like, I have a thing. I didn't know there's a thing. And then if you come over and we do this, we
There's
don't
a
have
thing and a thing.
Yeah.
That's an Udoism.
What?
An Udoism.
What's an Udo?
My daddy.
Oh. I was like,
That's an Udo.
what is an Udo, man?
That's my dad. That's his name.
You've never said that to me before.
Oh, you didn't know his name was Udo?
No.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Okay. Well, if you did say it, it was on one of the podcasts where I was drunk or something. I don't remember.
He does, the thing and the thing.
The thing and the thing. I think that's like an immigrant thing when it comes to English.
The thing and the thing. It's like, I don't know that word and I don't know that word either.
That's what I meant.
You know the fuck I'm talking about and point in that direction.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I meant.
Figure it out.
That's what I meant. Like the words, like, I know it in German, for instance.
Yeah.
The
fucking thing. The thing and the thing.
It does have to be weird to like want to say something, know how to say it in a language, but then
like, fuck, what's the other word?
But then flip it to the language that the other person knows.
Yeah, because I only have one fucking language and I still don't remember some words and I'm like, fuck, I lost it. I don't know.
The circle thing. Let's go get the circle thing.
That thing.
Yeah,
the thing and thing.
The thing you put stuff in. Go grab that.
Like a bowl, a cup. I don't know.
That's it.
The fryer. Yeah.
That's it. The bowl.
Yeah,
Get
the bowl.
Get the bowl. Man, people make fun of like old people, but for this, and it's a thing. I walk into rooms or open up my phone to do something that in my brain it's super important, and it's fucking gone. Especially on my phone. Like, I need to look this up. I need to.
Well, it's like a 7 rule. 7 things of input. That's why walking into rooms can kick out your last like short-term memory thing.
Really?
You just got like your brain only really wants to hold on to a limited number of input. And when you get new input, it's going to dump off the last things.
It's true.
That's why things change whenever you have babies. Mom brain.
Oh,
parent
mom brain. Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
Like, your 7 things of input, 6 of them just got knocked off because 6 of them are focused just on baby.
Gotcha.
And if it doesn't fucking relate to baby, like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think that's a mom. I don't know if it's a parent brain. I think it's a mom brain.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about all the chemicals that just
That's
changed.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I always look at
that's
it.
like a physiological thing. It's
so
don't be mad, moms.
Yeah.
No, you're not crazy.
Yeah, I always look at
different.
it. Yeah, I was gonna say, you are different.
You're different now.
Yeah, I always look at it like hormonally. Like there's all this new shit going on.
Yeah,
so
you got other shit to worry about.
Yeah, and then you have to repair. Like your body has to like repair, because it went through a life event. I don't believe birth is a trauma, but it is a life event. It is a thing you have to, repair from.
It's a hell of a workout, man. Yeah, your muscles they need some stuff. They need repair.
They do.
They need all the minerals.